Hey, good evening and welcome to the Iron Elite Podcast Show. It's your boy Sarge, man. Happy Sunday to everybody. Hopefully everybody's got back off that highway, got back home, man. I know y'all were out there ground pounding, crossing time zones, crossing state lines, but we're here on the show today, man. Thank you for coming and joining us today. I know you could be anywhere doing anything, but you spend a little bit of time with us. And oh, by the way, we got a hell of a show today. Let everybody know we're on. Share with a friend. K4L. Let's go.
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I'm petty.
Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Slide on my road glide, looking so fly. 20-inch rollback, screaming eagle torque pack. I-10 to the end, it's a known patch. If you ain't a ground pounder, pay attention, fall back. We iron elite boys, no need for hitting switches. We split lanes and hogging lanes, we on a mission. On our way to CA, we 100 deep. Water up, yonder road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? I'm outside with it, I scrape the town burning loud. When the smoke clear up, you know I hardly did it. I'm real gnarly with it, my ride clean when it bling. I show the lean on the scene to get jiggy with it. No did it, get it, I'm well equipped it. My bike side got a side, so you know I'm hit. She dropped it down and split it, backed it up to shift it. Let me kick a little game to you lanes riding around here, giving a set a bad name. It don't matter what you rank or what you claim. When we turn it up, keep it motorcycling, man. My soul brothers, they roll runners, we rolling deep. When it's time to rally up, it's Black Wall Street. When you see them MCs at the RTE, roll the down the road, run it up, rip it up. Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig? Hurry up, don't truck it up, rev your motors up. If it ain't clean, get your polish up. Big sword, you in charge, real king of the south. If you ain't getting yonder, gotta keep it motorcycle, you dig?
But Sarge, why you always gotta talk about motorcycling? Sarge, why you don't never talk about nothing else? Look here, man. If you gonna do all that crying, what the baby gonna do?
Hey, man, again, good evening to everybody, man. Hopefully everybody's having a great Sunday. But before I get started, man, I said I wasn't going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just say this, man. Everybody knows Sarge knows I served some 22 years in the United States Marine Corps, and I'm very proud of that title. I'm very proud of my resume. We used to have this saying in the Marine Corps, man. They had a saying that said, boots on the ground. And what that kind of meant was how many combat troops we had available to us. You know, how many boots in theater, how many boots on the deck, how many boots on the beach. And that's what it really meant in general state. Well, lately, man, they've had this cool little song that came out that called Boots on the Ground. And it's a cute song. I like it. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's kind of snazzy. And the young ladies do this cool little dance to it. They do their line dancing. And it's cool, man. It's a lot of fun. And I enjoy watching it. But I'm going to just say this, fellas. That ain't for us, man. That's not for us. And I get it. You want to get involved and you want to do it because your lady is doing it. And I'm going to give you grace, man. I'm just going to give you grace. But when they say where them fans at, damn it, don't pop your fan. I'm just saying this, man. I got to let it go. I'm done after that. I got it out my system. But hey, man, that's not what we're here for today. We're talking I-10 to the end. And yes, I got RBMC, the Savannah edition. You was like, Sarge, you always got RBMC on. They ain't riding motorcycles, man. What can I say? What can I say? But we got them on today, man. We're going to be talking about the epic ride coast to coast, man. It was a cold weather edition Man, I got Lord Jamar and I got Flexxx, and we're going to talk about it, man. I'm going to bring these fellas on right now. Let's go. Fellas, fam, how we doing this evening?
We're doing
Can
great.
you hear me? Great.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I know y'all caught y'all slipping with that where them fans at, man. Do y'all agree? I'm just saying. Fellas, let that be for the ladies. But anyway, fellas, how y'all doing this evening, man? Fresh back. Matter of fact, y'all just got back, what, just a few minutes ago, am I correct?
I just got back a few minutes ago, yes, sir.
Holy smoke. Man, these fellas been out crossing time zone, yonder go getting, hitting chapters, making relationships, and establishing their presence in the empire. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Hey, so fellas, let's do this, man. Let's go top to bottom. Let's introduce ourselves. Tell the world a little bit about us.
I'm Lord Jamar, Savannah Rare Breed.
Okay, bet.
All right, I'm Flexxx, Savannah Rare Breed. All right, I'm Flexxx, Savannah Rare Breed.
That's what's up. We got a little bit of echo, so I'm gonna kind of work through it as we go along. We kind of figure we're gonna probably have just a little bit, but we're okay. We're gonna make this thing work. And as you guys can tell, they ain't for a whole lot of talking. They just for motorcycle riding. You know, so they've crossed some time zone, man. They ain't been able to get a whole lot of sleep over the last few days. But we're gonna try to get it together, man. These guys, the fellas were so gracious enough to come on with me the very day that they got here. So I appreciate that, fellas. I understand that you guys are tired. Y'all just put the motorcycles up, man, and just kind of threw your clothes to the side to be on camera with us to do this thing today. But let's go. Let's take it from the top, fellas. So these fellas, from the way I understand, these fellas, y'all left Jacksonville, Florida on February the 9th around 3:34 a.m.
About closer to 5 a.m.
About 5 a.m. Okay. I do remember that was a pretty dark night that night. Pretty foggy back there, right?
It was that fog
Yeah.
from Jacksonville to pretty much Pensacola.
Yeah. And I remember, if my memory serves me correctly, they did Jacksonville, Florida to Santa Monica Pier. And oh, by the way, they had to hit multiple chapters of the Empire. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys,
Yes.
anybody know or give me an approximate of how many miles you guys think y'all traveled in y'all couple weeks?
I'm going to say roughly 7,000.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking. That's a lot of miles, ain't it?
It was fun, though.
It was fun.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
It was fun.
I don't even know the house.
Yeah. Well, we're
Didn't
gonna
notice
get
my
into
house.
it. Don't worry, we're gonna get into it. But we talking about $7,000 between two men. And then that's 7,000 miles. There's a whole lot of things that we have to negotiate in order for this to be a successful ride. And hopefully for everybody that's tuning in with us this evening, we'll break some of these things down and give you guys some nuggets, maybe some things you never thought about before getting ready to take your coast to coast ride. But before we do it, let's do this, man. Hey, Nasty, I appreciate you, brother. Bolo, appreciate you. Scrap Iron, good to see you on with us this evening, man. Breezy does it. I appreciate you guys, man. You're always rocking with Sarge each and every time that we go live. And for those who hadn't done it already, man, if you can reach up and hit your notifications. So any and every time we have the Iron Elite podcast on, or any and every time we have a YouTube that comes on, you guys get it fresh right out the grease, so to speak. Also, if you're on with us this evening, hit up and shoot the and hit the like button so we can get the algorithms moving. And for those that are on Facebook with us this evening, we're not going to stay on Facebook very long. So if you'd be so kind, open up a second tab into YouTube, Sarge, Life and Motorcycling. That's where we're going to have the majority of the content rocking and rolling. So fellas, man, let's take this thing from the top, man. Woo! A lot of miles, some 7,000 miles. And oh, by the way, before you guys took off and did y'all ride, we have three from Savannah Rebel. We had Pap, we had Easy, and we had
Fresh.
and Fresh that made the ride, man. And oh, by the way, shout out to them. Those guys did the ride, the dedication to Mr. Clean, man. So it was very cool. So
Mr. Clean.
Savannah, man, I don't know, man. But I don't know if I don't know if I'm qualified to come to the clubhouse now. I don't know if I got enough miles to be messing with y'all, man. And y'all doing y'all thing, man.
Come on, you know you got it.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Lord knows I do. But fellas, let's talk about it, man. So 2025 is the new kicking off of the yonder season, and we getting ready to make this trip. How do we prepare specifically for you guys? I mean, we're in the South. I understand in the South is winter today and is summer 3 hours later. But how do we prepare ourselves for a ride, understanding for you guys' ride, we're going to probably be hitting 4 seasons. Is that fair?
That's fair.
4 seasons. So what was some of the preparation that you guys did as club brothers to start preparing for this epic cross the country ride?
Well, first off, it was a lot of, weather checking. And it's crazy because as much as I checked the weather, it shifted, like completely shifted. We knew good that first stretch would be a pretty decent ride. We just didn't anticipate the fog starting out. So it limited visibility a lot. I can't say it changed my speed at all, but it definitely limited visibility. But once that sun lifted, once that fog lifted, and we got through Pensacola, we were rolling. But the biggest thing is checking the weather, having the proper gear to, I've had my heated gear for a while, but make sure it works and make sure it's serviceable. That's paramount. The riding suits that we wear, obviously waterproof for the most part. I know we ended up catching rain when we got into California. Once we hit the Indio, I think it was Indio, all the way into LA, we got rained on from every angle you can think of. So having the proper gear is paramount.
But if you don't mind, let me ask a quick question on the gear. Okay, I know, ground pounders, we all have our preferences. Some people use, the rain gear suit. I think what is that thing called? D-Bell, hit me up with the heated suit that Cycle Gears sell. I can't remember that name.
Hot wire.
Hot wire. Yeah, hot wire. Some use hot wire. Some use California heated gear. Some people use the climb suit, and they have the base layer set up. What do you guys use in particular? Do you guys use anything specific?
I have the hot wire as well as Flexxx.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. How did it perform for you?
So this is my second time ever using my heated gear, and I must say, going across, I think we used it once, but coming back, we decided to take I-20 back, and the temperatures dropped to like the low 30s into the high 20s. And on my highest setting, I will say it kept me pretty warm. Even my hands stayed pretty warm. But I think if I had to go any longer than a couple hours that we did once we got to Dallas, I probably would have tapped out. But I will say it worked.
It was that. So is that bad? So okay. So if you were taking a guess for your tolerance, and I understand everybody has their own tolerance.
Yeah.
For you, in your suit, what was the coldest before you became uncomfortable? Were you below 30 or early 30s, mid 30s, 40s?
But by that time we were in Dallas. I think Grand Prairie. I think that's the word, Grand Prairie. That's where we ended up staying. So we weren't far from it. So I wasn't in it long, below 30.
Okay. But you were able to kick it below 30 and do your thing and still keep.
Oh yeah, I was fine.
Okay. Anything, Flex, you got anything to add to that, my guy?
As a matter of fact, I do. Wait, my patience. Me personally, I think it's the Empire standard. I think it's the standard. I think I come from a different bike club. But there's only one bike club to me. It's Rare Breed or nothing. All right. So I'm gonna speak about Rare Breed. The Rare Breed standard, the way they make the other guys who was in prior to me, as far as this right here, my man right here, he's my sponsor. You're not allowed to wear track. The helmet has to be the standard, the footgear the standard. They don't tell you what to get, but you won't wear it, what they won't allow you to wear things that they know won't work. My whole rain gear changed because of the standard held between the breed, between my sponsor and he's been mod, but I mean he changed my whole lifestyle. When I came over to Rare Breed, I came over with my chaps. I came over with a couple other stuff, and that wasn't working. I got my full build suit. I got my full hot wire with some guys wearing a garbine. When they say when you round birds with feather, you're gonna flock together. So they're wearing nothing but the elite stuff. So you're gonna want the elite stuff. So it's the reason. It's the reason why they call it Rare Breed. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would have been successful at this I-10s in the end if it wasn't for the culture.
Right.
Because if I'd have came in with what I already had, not the standard. I came in with battery gloves. I had the battery pack suit. No, I was told straight off the rip to go ahead. Hey, you either get a garbine, get you a hot wire. We're not going to tell you. They ain't going to tell you how to spend your money, but you want to get something that it works. So me personally, I blame the prior rides. I blame my sponsor, and I blame the Empire for showing me what the standard is.
That's what's up. Well, it really kind of goes along with the whole each one teach one anyway.
Sure.
You know, whether it's the club brothers who've got experience, or it's the nation in this case, or even on this platform right here on the Iron Elite platform. That is our fiduciary responsibility to one another, man, to teach each other how to be the best motorcycle riders that we can be. Now, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So we're gonna leave that right there. So so obviously the heated suits were needed, and they performed the way we expected them to perform. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Right on. Okay.
Tires, air pressure is a big thing.
Okay, let's talk about it.
It's a big thing.
Sure
So I mean, you got to look at the right air pressure in both tires. You make sure everything's balanced. Right. You got to know your brake. And I got another Rare Breed brother from California.
About 7 hours later, will come to be true. He said, I felt like my bike was off. I kept on changing my front tire out. I kept doing my balance, but it kept on being out. Well, I ended up blowing 2 forks. 2 fails in my forks, riding the I-10 to the end. So what that was saying to me was I didn't check my front forks because they weren't leaking. But if your motorcycle's going off, if you're going to take a turn and it's giving you some wobble, it's not acting like it's riding on rails like it normally does. It could be one of the 2 things or 3 things that it wasn't. For mine, it was the forks. Once I changed those forks, by the brother that changed to Arizona.
Skip.
So it was Skip. Skip changed me out. Literally, I got 2 new forks from him. He put them in. We did an oil change. It was a whole different bike.
Nice.
We was riding on rail. I think we was coming in hot, coming out of there now.
So I'm not gonna lie. Day 2, when we left Houston, I felt my bike heavy. It just felt heavy for some reason. I didn't have bags like he had, but it just felt heavy. And I ended up getting to San Antonio, stopped at a Harley Davidson, I think Caliente, whatever it is.
Caliente.
Yeah, Harley Davidson. I come to find out I had a nail in my tire. So I ended up getting a brand new back tire. And once I changed that tire, it changed my ride as well. And we were able to push from there to El Paso, that second stretch.
Okay. Hey, is it me, man, or is it just nails in the damn tire coming across I-10? It's just expected.
That's great.
I don't know what it is about them nails in the tires.
Didn't crash lane or anything, so it's funny that I picked up a nail, but it's what it is. Yeah, part of the hazards of riding your motorcycle.
Facts. Stuff is gonna happen. So, hey, let me go back to Flexxx real quick on the forks. Was it any time during the ride you knew it? You know, maybe riding through some construction or maybe riding through some bad roads. Did you think that's when the forks started going bad on you, or you don't know when it actually happened?
I kept on riding. I think before the ride, before we hit I-10, I started thinking that something was wrong with me. I was taking curves, left-hand turns, right-hand turns, and turns, and hey, we ride with Breed is the standard. So I'm knowing that I'm getting a wobble, and I'm not knowing what's going on. I took it to 3 different mechanics, and I was losing my mind.
Mm.
They tell me, go ahead and ride. It's in your head. I'm thinking, no. I've been riding for over 20 years. It's something going on with my bike. I haven't dropped my bike. I just put a brand new motor in it. Brand new motor on my bike, over 13 grand. So I know it can't be the motor. But sure as heck, if I'm just want to warn people, if it's not the balance, if it's not the rim, try your forks, if they're not leaking. Because my left fork was going completely out. It just wasn't leaking. And when the forks aren't running right, it's going to throw you off in the curves.
Right.
Once we place, I'm not going to replace one thing. I'm replacing both. But once we replace both fork seals, I mean, he was riding with me.
Totally different rider.
It's a totally different rider.
So were you also thinking, maybe it's a wheel bearing issue as well?
Yes.
Or?
I bought new wheel bearings. I bought wheel bearings. Believe it or not, I had wheel bearings in my tour pack because my mechanic, a big wheel from Savannah Rare Breed, he told me it wasn't my wheel bearings. And I kept a pack just in case something, but he was absolutely right. He's absolutely right. It was not the wheel bearing. It was my two front forks running through those canyons.
Yeah.
Following this guy between canyons. Letting you know right now, the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
When we hit those curves and coming out of those curves, he takes pride in saying, "Please." I said my forks and my forks did bleed, but he takes pride in saying, "Ha ha, blew his forks out." He loves it. So not only did he run my lights out, but he blew my forks out. So I mean, I got to get him on the next run.
Right. Hey, so folks, this is pretty interesting that the fellows are talking about. We're talking about the maintenance sides first, not maintenance, but just issues with the bike mechanically during the trip. And I think this is important stuff that they're speaking about. So, fellas, I just because I don't want to put no words in nobody's mouth. On the road, do you guys say, even in the club or in the brotherhood, do you guys have certain guys that are really, really mechanically sound that you might call back and say, "Hey, man, I'm getting this funky. This is going on," and that type of stuff? I call them a pit crew. But do you guys have a pit crew that y'all can check in with to ask these kind of questions?
Absolutely.
Tell me how quick you made a phone call and got my bike back in the road.
The morning after his forks leave, we get to Harley Davidson, and I made a call to one of the brothers in Phoenix. We get to Harley, and they were understaffed there in Phoenix, so they didn't have enough people to work on the bike. So I made a phone call to one of the club brothers, and within minutes he texted me Skip's number, and I was talking to one of the guys at Harley, but Flexxx called Skip, and he said, "Hey, he told us to get the parts, we come on to his shop," and it was literally minutes.
Man, I hate to do this, but Phoenix, I hear that crap every time I go through. Y'all understand? We got this. Man, look here. Every time I look around, anytime I need something done to my bike, it's always the small mechanics that are ready to rock and roll and to give assistance, man, each and every time. And I've been doing this some years now. So shout out to my small mechanics, small shop mechanics in Phoenix, because I ain't gonna say the Harley Davidson dealership, man, but y'all better figure it out, homie. Y'all always busy, man, and you better stop being so busy and get to work. I'm just saying that. So I'm gonna leave like that. So anyway, so Flexxx. So okay, so we've talked about the mechanic side. Any other issues on the bike that you guys had to deal with and endure during the ride from the 10 to the end? I think Lord Jamar said we can kind of get him back up. I know Wi-Fi might be a little tricky. Where you guys at? Flexxx, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Loud.
Okay. So I think I got Jamar back up.
My bad.
Got you. All right, homie, we got you. I don't know if you caught that question as well. Any other maintenance things or issues that you guys had to deal with coming across the I-10? Anything else that we need to share?
No, we knew we were going to have a maintenance day at some point, oil change, because we were running hard. So I kind of knew we were going to have to do an oil change before we came home anyway.
Yes. The hangar. Our communication was clear.
So my actually my music, my sound on my bike went out. So I had no music the whole entire trip to Cali. So it was kind of therapeutic, I guess you could say. But
that ain't always a bad thing.
my Cena had also went out. Like it just wanted doing his own thing. So
yeah,
I switched to the Cardo pack, whatever pack Edge.
Yeah, cardio pack talk.
Oh, hey, game changer.
Game changer, homie.
I think I talked the whole way back.
I forgot the speakers that the cardio has, and I think it's what is it?
JBLs,
but
JBLs for the louder music.
Yeah, the sound on it, the music is second to none. The telephone, the telephone, yeah, I'm okay. It's okay, but the music
calls were clear the whole ride. I'm talking about. I don't want to put how fast we were going, but we were rolling pretty good.
Oh, we already know. We already know.
Saw the glimpses. So that Cardo Pack Talk Edge definitely
it was clear.
Ooh,
good to go. Hey, Nasty did ask a question. What was your mileage at when they went out? I'm assuming that he's talking about the forks. I'm assuming he's talking about the forks.
So my forks went out. Wow.
How many miles were we at that point?
Yes.
Mm.
On our way back from Cali, so we were over what 25.
You probably 3 grand plus.
I can't blame him to on that ride. I mean, we have a lot of fun before.
Yeah.
So with the guys we ride with, I mean, you gotta have your bike like a throwing knife.
Yeah. Okay.
You just gotta be weighted.
Okay, I ain't gonna ask you if you're doing wheelies and getting sideways and all that other stuff. I'm gonna let that because we follow all traffic laws.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey man, thank you for everybody joining us this evening, man. We're on the Iron Elite Podcast Show. It's the Rare Breed, Savannah Rare Breed edition, man. They came across and did their thing, did the I-10 to the end, just fresh back off the highway just a few hours ago, man. So they did their thing. We're talking about the good, the bad, the ugly of going coast to coast, specifically on the I-10 to the end. Hey, my Facebook fans, if you could do me a favor, man, open up a tab, go over to YouTube, Sarge Life and Motorcycling. We get ready in the Facebook feed right now. 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're done. Sorry about that, fellas. Anyway, I'm sorry. Any final notes on the maintenance side?
No, that was pretty much it.
Pretty much it. We're blessed.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely
facts.
blessed. Works in an oil change.
Okay, facts.
One back tire. Rear back tire.
One back tire, one set of forks, and just regular oil changes.
Yes.
I would consider that as winning.
That is winning.
What y'all think? Y'all winning. Y'all was still winning. Would y'all suggest that we go across the 10 this type of year on the southern route with no heated gear?
No. Heck no.
No. Would not suggest.
If you do, that'll be the last trip.
Hey, I don't think it'll make it. I got money. I got money and won't make it.
They don't do it, player. Don't do it.
I'm trying to tell you.
And you'll be tapping out.
Oh, I promise you do it. If it get dark, you stop it.
If it gets dark, you're gonna stop.
Yeah.
If you think you'll do it without heated gear, you're gonna catch pneumonia. Something's gonna happen.
You ain't gonna be able to make it home.
Somewhere in somebody's hotel, far away from home.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to do it, homie. Yeah, you're gonna be driving. You're gonna be riding 12 to 5.
Yeah, the battery pack ain't gonna work. You better go and get to that battery and get right.
Right on. So the ride itself, okay, we got some 2486, 2483, between 2483 and 23. I mean, between 2483 and 2496. If you're going as the crow flies specifically. I know you guys had some zip zags that y'all had to do with stop and doing some club business, but
oh yeah.
Let's look at it like this. What was the average mileage that y'all were trying to do a day? Were y'all trying to average 600, 800, 1,000? What was your strategy on the day-to-day?
Honestly, I knew the first day I wanted to at least get to between Houston and San Antonio. I knew that the first day. We got to Houston. It was a Super Bowl, so we kind of expected the worst going through New Orleans, being that the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, but we breezed right through New Orleans. We had to was supposed to be a quick stop in Baton Rouge, but turned into a little hike, so to speak. But got back on the bikes, and then, like I said, we got to Houston. I think the end of the third quarter. So we went to Hard Riders Clubhouse that night and met our chapter there. And they pretty much
that was Hard Riders Houston.
Yes.
Man, shout out to my guy New Negro, man. Good dude, man. Good dude. Them guys are good dudes over there, man. That's what's
very
up.
Nice clubhouse. They have a very nice clubhouse.
Oh yeah, KO.
Absolutely.
VP from Rare Breed.
Absolutely.
Dude, KO best hospitality.
KO.
Right
on. So once we got to Houston, we knew we were bedding down in Houston. Got some sleep, got up, and we experienced Houston traffic. Traffic is no joke.
No, it's not.
No joke. But once you get through it, and it opens right up, and then, like I said, we got to San Antonio, stopped at Harley Davidson, and they pretty much take care of us as soon as we pulled up, airing up the tire.
You talking about in Houston?
No,
or San Antonio.
Caliente.
San Antonio. Okay. Okay.
As soon as we got there, they jumped right on the bike wash. Yeah, all that.
Oh, they gave us the words. Caliente.
Nice.
Shout out to them. They took
shout out to what is Caliente?
It was
Harley Davidson in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Right on. That's what's happening.
That was
nice.
And also that I got to see my son. So even though we were in
right
Tennessee, I got to see my son in San Antonio. So
nice.
That was real cool. And then we took off. So we had all blocks when we were riding.
Surprisingly, it was some construction that we dealt with the first night going through the last little part of Louisiana going into, I think, Orange, Texas, I think it was. And
so the last part of Louisiana we're talking about probably Lake Charles, all the way going into Beaumont.
Lake Charles into that first part of Texas.
Beaumont area.
Beaumont.
Exactly. Yeah, Beaumont. Once you get through that, like I said, we caught it on a Sunday, so it really wasn't a lot of traffic on the road at all. And it was a Super Bowl too, so it was
I used to be stationed out that way. It used to be at Fort Polk out that way, so I'm used to it.
That's what's up.
Any traffic out that way. So that's what we were thankful. We just knew we were going to be stuck in New Orleans for hours, but when we went through that, it was like I breezed through.
We shot through it, and the Super Bowl was going through there, so that was cool.
Yeah. Got to Houston. All right, now we in San Antonio. So on the way to from San Antonio to El Paso. Hey, every half a tank, I think I was looking for a gas station.
Yeah, because at this point you're rocking through, and for the audience, we affectionately call this area west of Bernie, which is right outside of San Antonio, all the way to El Paso. We call that the gauntlet because that what 300-400 mile stretch, it amplifies anything that goes wrong. Because it's so rural back there. It's a lot of desert. It's a lot of nothing. Is that fair, fellas?
That's fair.
That's fair.
That is fair.
So if you make a mistake back there, it's multiplied. Run out of gas, have a towing issue, hotels, civilization, everything is bad. And then if I can paint this picture, and I'm gonna give it to you guys, we're back there in the wintertime where there's things that are moving around that are very, very big. Is that fair?
I'm glad I didn't see anything, but I can only imagine.
I'm talking deer.
When we were running, we didn't see too much.
Okay. Were y'all running back there mostly at night, or y'all were doing all day?
So this is the particular time we were running at night. Once we came out of San Antonio, like around 3:30. We tried to beat traffic out of San Antonio. That was the biggest thing.
I think that's a sweet spot. 3:30 a.m.
We didn't get it. We didn't anticipate staying there about 4 hours in San Antonio, but either way, my thing was to be out of there before 4 p.m. So about 3:30, we took off, and we rode until about, I think we checked into the hotel in El Paso like right after midnight. It was like right after midnight. Yeah, that's
almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's when he was having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably had to make a stop because 3:30 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty robust.
Oh,
Not only that, 3:30 a.m. leaving San Antonio. Obviously, it's going to be dark.
Oh no,
I-
it was PM. It was in the
Oh,
afternoon.
PM. Oh, okay, okay,
It was afternoon.
okay. Cool.
But we rode almost until 1 a.m. just about.
Yeah.
When we checked it to the
also, Sarge, make sure that you're not riding with somebody who got a fresh PRK. So he's got brand new, like,
it's not fresh.
I had laser eye surgery,
so I can see.
So we seeing 3D in the dark, like he's a raccoon or something. So he's just flying.
Yeah, I can't see like that, homie.
Yellow glasses on, trying to see.
Yeah, I can't see like that, homie. Yeah,
he forgets that the rest of us, got a little gray hair or whatever.
Facts.
We don't see like we're 22 years old.
You damn right we don't.
But he sees like he's 22 years old and has no regard for the guy behind him. All right.
Right.
So, God be in the glory. I got to follow his brake lights.
Hey, man,
I'm putting 12 o'clock. I just follow brake lights.
Hey, if I pound with you, homie, you get in front. I'm just saying that you get in front.
Thank God.
Hey, just make sure you got some bright lights.
Good eyes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Godspeed.
At least
I'm following.
At least I put the flashes on for him.
Oh, nice. Hey, I'm gonna follow your flashes, like I'm gonna follow your flashes.
Hey,
man,
I have no problem. I have no problem saying that I can't see at nighttime. Like I'm 20 years old.
He did say
Yeah.
that.
Hey, let me get this. If y'all don't mind, let me go back to this question real quick. Nasty trying to get at something. Nasty, change your forks, man. He says, so typically 50K Harley changes the forks and check the springs. So that just the school part of me is happy, lessons, and safe. So for you, Flexxx, were you at 50K on your bike at that point?
Exactly.
Okay, 50 exactly?
Exactly.
Okay, so he was doing it.
Wow, that's crazy.
He was doing it.
I got a brand new motor, so it made me kind of think everything else is straight. But no, you got to remember that your suspension, your forks is still running off those other K. I was so excited to get my bike back from Harley that I just started riding like I got a brand new bike.
Yeah. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, so stock lights. Is everybody running stock lights on the bike, or we have some
I had my
aftermarket lights?
I got
stock. Okay, so Lord Jamar, you real brave then. He back there straight. He was counting on nothing but his laser eye surgery.
Laser eye surgery.
Hey man, the hell with them Denali lights. Don't let that laser eye surgery.
His lights are so bright. I don't care how far behind I can still see what his lights were projecting. So
wow, Flexxx, you got stock lights, or you got anything additional?
Oh no, I'm running past day makers. I got fog lights. I got the yellow lights. I'm looking like a whole semi truck coming down the lane. Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up.
We in Georgia. We got deer out here.
Yeah,
I even got the deer horn. Deer horn is people underneath my bike. So the Godspeed with the whistle.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, do you guys say, because we were going through the gauntlet at this point, did y'all go, y'all were in San Antonio here in El Paso. That was on a Monday, am I correct?
I believe that was Monday.
It was a Monday because y'all left Sunday morning. So Monday, any issues back there with gas? Do y'all use like I-10 or any type of gas apps, or what was y'all strategy going from that stretch of highway? Loves every what? Okay, all right. I
probably secretly got this guy. He started going to Loves and started bringing a caution to me.
Right.
Because we're going to so many Loves, I'm thinking I'm boosting up this guy's cart.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Like he will go past anything with 20 miles left to get to the Loves.
Well,
what's the secret? Low key, I got bald.
No, just I like Loves. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna say something else about the Loves. What's the trick that I learned a long time ago about Loves? They're every so many miles apart. I was told Loves at a minimum are every 100 miles.
You know what? I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I was told that Loves. Yeah,
he got something going on with Loves.
Yeah. Hey, D-Bell, tell me what's the deal with Loves? I think it's every 100 miles. Is the Love gas station is going to be there, if not closer. I think it's some secret to Loves. But Loves is big, especially for my riders. You can get in and get out because there's a lot of gas pumps and that type of stuff.
Hey, one of those Loves, I think we changed in Arby's. One of those Loves, we put our heater gear on in Arby's, believe it or not. right in the restaurant. We didn't even go to the little locker room or whatever. We usually
Okay. Okay.
and they were happy to have us there.
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, especially if you're getting tired on the highway. Love's got those little lounges and they got the showers and all kind of cool stuff you can use. And what I've learned, and you tell me, gentlemen, what I've learned at Love's is really lit. There's a lot of cameras around.
Cameras
and
are
typically there's a lot of people that look out for bikers.
yeah, absolutely.
The Love's.
Absolutely.
Okay. Right on. So we get into El Paso. Did we take care of some bike issues in El Paso?
No,
Or we were rocking and rolling at that point? Because we stopped in San Antonio, right?
We got up the next morning. We knew we could either do one or two things. We can either get up early and push all the way to Cali from El Paso, or
Ooh, that's a rock.
we can sleep in just a little bit and then go to Phoenix and just stay in Phoenix and then go to El. We decided to.
That's what we decided to do.
So y'all stopped in Phoenix.
So we ended up stopping in Phoenix. So
okay.
We even got to Phoenix. That stretch from the border of New Mexico to Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah.
I don't know how many sandstorms we went through, but it seemed like one. And I've never held my bike up sideways for so long in my life. That wind was no joke.
Okay, so for our riders, if you don't mind, break that down when you say, what are the sandstorms like and what is the wind like coming through New Mexico?
The wind, it doesn't push against the top of your bike. It pushes against the lower part of your bike. So it feels like the wheels are like sliding underneath you. So at that point, we're headed west. So we had the wind was coming from south to north. And it was literally pushing the bottom of the bike to the right. And we're trying to, you're trying to just hold the bike up itself. And it was like that way from Los Cruces all the way till you run through Benson, I want to say, where that curve is to take you up to Tucson. Then the wind shifted. So now instead of coming from the left to the right, now it's coming from the right to the left. So now we holding the bike up the other way. So it was, I never experienced, I experienced a little bit of it, taking I-40 before, but not that long. And this was for hours, holding it for hours.
And I used to always say it made you feel like your fairing was crooked.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make you feel like your fairing's crooked.
Yeah.
Right now, I have never. It's my first time in California. Right, breed up. Right, so my fingers right here are still numb because the bike was always on the side. I ain't never felt nothing like that in my life. At the speeds we like to go. How can I say it? I was holding on so tight that I still can't feel my fingers right now. I'm waiting for them to thaw out, or I was holding on.
Hey, it wasn't no one hand on the handlebar kind of get it.
So that was the big reason for us staying in Phoenix, because we were exhausted. Like we got to Phoenix and we were exhausted.
We fight for our life on that one.
I was glad to hit Tucson. Once we hit Tucson, it was no more wind.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had that stretch from Tucson to Phoenix, and I think we were flying on that stretch just to hurry up.
You're talking about at that point just 170, and it's pretty tame. It's pretty tame through there. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic though. Was a lot of traffic going through there?
Going through Tucson, it was, because I think it was like the end of the day there in Tucson.
Yeah.
We got to Phoenix. We breezed right through Phoenix to our clubhouse, and then we bedded down that night and got up early that next morning and started making our way to Cali.
Hey, so shout out to Phoenix, man. I noticed that Phoenix is building the highways wider and wider, and they're putting more lanes in. It ain't no problem getting through Phoenix at all anymore.
So that next morning, leaving Phoenix, they had a construction zone. I guess that northern part of Phoenix, when you
like going out to Buckeye,
you go through construction there. So it was a little slow there. We managed to weave through that a little bit. Then once it opened back up, we were rolling, and it got cold. It got cold. It got cold. I didn't start out with my heater gear that morning. I was like, I'll be good. No, I was not good. I pulled over to a Love's and put my heater gear on. And then we rolled until we got to the border. And it's funny when people get to that California border and they see that sign, they get excited. Like, yes, like they made it.
Right.
Still got about 3 more hours
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know,
was that the look? Was that the look?
that is the look. That is the look.
Yeah,
Like
that's the smiling.
like they really think they accomplished something. Like,
Yeah,
no, you
yeah.
ain't done yet.
Yeah, hey, you just, hey,
My dream
you
crusher right
pimping,
here.
but you ain't all the way pimping.
Yeah. This guy loves being a dream crusher.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because, you know, that's where I tell them, hey, that very next gas stop we stop at, I said, kick them highway pegs up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it started raining right at that. We got to that
Yes.
the little gas station or whatever, right before, I think we had just come out of Indio. And we actually caught a little bit of wind going through Indio again. So I'm like, man, we about to go through this all over again. But it didn't last long. It just was cold. Like Cali was cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I said, once we kicked the highway pegs up, we got on the highway, and I told him to stay as close as he can to me because I knew what I was about to start doing. You know, once
Split
we
them
got
lanes,
closer,
right?
that traffic started bunching up.
It was time to split them lanes. Am I correct?
I split some lanes.
Yes, sir.
And but he did good, man. I was impressed. But I'm splitting and it's raining. It's cold.
Yeah.
He got 2020.
Well, let's do this. So, Flex, was that your first time splitting lanes?
First time splitting lanes, sir.
What you think, homie? What you think?
All right, I think it was at first I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I say about after you get about an hour into it, it felt natural.
Yeah.
It felt natural. And we became one. Like
Yeah.
it's funny how when we first started this journey, I was riding behind him, and with the experience, it's a beautiful thing to ride side by side to somebody on the way back out of it.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? That means like you're not only did your riding change, but your skills change. You know, it's we got a thing called trust the process.
Uh-huh.
And when you see the process start coming through, like I feel like I can ride with anybody. It's not even a rap. I mean, I don't need my sponsor right now. Where we going? Yeah. I mean, for real.
Hey, you're a straight up highway bully right now. You're a straight up highway bully.
We pounding now.
Yeah.
Now, seriously. And it's funny because I've been riding for over 20 years, and when you cross over to the breed, I mean, it's just a whole different ride.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up.
It's very good experience, seriously. All the way around, I-10 to the end, and the experience for breed.
Nice. Well, let's take it in. Let's take it into. We got another quarter of a segment. Then we're gonna do the last segment. I'll take away. So, getting into Santa Monica Pier, and I'm gonna put this on you, Flex. I'm gonna let you do first.
Yes, sir.
Man, right? I kind of know the answer, but we're gonna throw it out there anyway. How did you feel, man, making it to Santa Monica Pier, homie? All you saw was ocean. It was no more. It wasn't no more runway. How did you feel?
Oh man, I mean, well, I'm from the Jersey Shore, so you know, me and Ocean, I get along with it, right? So, but it felt like accomplishment, and you could see it. I didn't want nothing to mess it up. I actually told him to downshift a little bit, man. Come on, man, we 7 miles away. But you know, he said, nope, we're gonna ride the same way we've been riding. Right. This guy right here, man. It's breed up and speed up, right? So
right.
It's funny as heck. So the same way we rode when we left out of there, we pound coming through the Santa Monica because it's all gas, no brakes. We ain't about none of that. So when we got there, we both looked at each other. I had to shake his hand, tell him thanks for the experience. Yeah. It's overwhelming. I'm telling you right now. I was very. I mean, it was crazy. It's about the same way past the Rangers, same way past the everyone. It felt like an accomplishment that you'll take with you to the grave.
For sure, man. It's second to none. Matter of fact, since I've retired from the Marine Corps, it's the only thing I've had to replace that feeling that I've had when we, when we did certain things or we accomplished certain tasks and those type of things. Motorcycling, long distance at its greatest, is the only thing that I've had in my life to be able to meet up to that competition, to that that physical standard that we miss from the military. Is that the way you feel about it, or?
Oh, I would say it because I did 22. Like I said, I retired from the Army. I was in the Ranger Battalion on Army.
Yeah, thank you for your service, brother. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for allowing me to serve. And this guy right here, he's my CW4.
Oh wow, Lord Jamar, you G1 also?
Yes, sir.
Damn it, I know something about you guys, man. God dang it.
So he actually quoted me a song for his class.
Right on.
It was Gunny in the Marine Corps, and he actually pinned me.
Wow,
so,
that's crazy. Nice.
We've known each other for a long time. So for us, it's nothing from me and him to say, hey, us going yonder is like us deploying Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I'm on whatever time he on. So it's whatever.
Right.
And we actually only live a street away from each other. So we live in the same house in there.
So let's do this. Well, let's do this. Chief 104. Let's do this. We're gonna go in with you. Let's do our takeaways. And I want you to even, if you don't mind, expand upon what does it feel like? You know, obviously you're a pro at this. You were a leader in the Army, so this is secondhand. But expand upon taking a sponsorship role and knowing that the ride, you get all the responsibility with very little bit of the glory. How did you feel, and how did you take this mission coming across the coast?
Well, for Rare Breed, you have to go to Cali anyway. So, doing the I-10 was just, I think it was like a challenge. One, because I've never, ever taken I-10. So I took it on as a challenge for one. Two, to take someone across. This is my second person I've taken across for their first run. And it was my third run all together. But I looked at it like a regular mission. You got your what needs to get done, what can happen, your risk management, things like that. You take it all in, and you create you try to create an experience at the same time without overwhelming yourself. And I didn't really want to overwhelm him, but I pushed him. I pushed him hard. Some days I felt bad for him because I felt like I was pushing him too hard. And some days I was like, look, we gotta accomplish the mission. And honestly, I thought we were gonna do it in 2 days. And I was like, well, we're moving too fast. That's why I was able to
that's fast.
Through risk mitigation.
That's fast. Yeah.
Take that break in El Paso and then that break in Phoenix. And also to change the experience, because we'd have got there in the evening and really wouldn't have seen much at night, as opposed to we get there in the afternoon where we still had time to run around in LA to do Rare Breed stuff. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, when we got to the pier, we missed the pier. I was actually down there by the beach.
Okay, I thought you were on your way heading up to Malibu.
Yeah, I was upset because I normally get to where I'm supposed to go right away, and I didn't. We get down to the beach, and I was mad.
Yeah, because the pier,
got to where we needed to go, and
nice.
And you remember this because you were the first phone call I made when we got there. But I just looked at it like it was a mission in the Army, and I just had to accomplish my mission. That was it.
Hey, I love it, man. So Flexxx, give me your takeaways, man. Final takeaways. What did you take away from this ride, brother? And what you want us to know about it?
PCCs and PCIs, pre-checks and inspections. Please, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you go over. Don't pack too much.
Don't pack everything like
don't pack. Boy, one officer.
Everything.
Don't pack everything. All right.
You don't need all the clothes.
Like a good NCO, I was packing for me and him. If he didn't have it, I'd have had it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I had me extra bag on top of my rack on the back of the King Tour pack. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, you gotta take care of the officers. No, but
you're taking care of the officers. And that's what good NCOs do, man. They take care of the officers.
Backbone, you know that. So
facts. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and accept that one.
Hey, like I said, what I take away, please make sure you check all your gear. Don't overpack. If you got so I wore a liner from the bottom liner, the top liner that's wind resistant, and then I wore my heated gear on the bottom, and then you have your built. You got your built outfit too, and we wear a hoodie. So if it was a nice day, I wore a hoodie, and I wore my top liner that's kind of wind resistant. So that helped me out a lot during the day. And then when it got a little bit in the afternoon, that's when I go in and cracked up like my heated suit top or whatever. So don't wear the heat. If you don't have to wear the heated suit the whole time, don't wear it. You don't want to overheat. There was a time, I'm telling you from experience, because I got ready to see the wizard one time. I think I had too much on, sauce.
You will.
Mouth got a little salty.
Yeah, you'll dehydrate in the winter just like you will in summer.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can overheat. So
Yeah.
I literally had too much on at one time when we were rolling, and hey, remember we had to stop at the McDonald's real quick. I had to strip down real quick, and it literally looked like I was in a sauna.
Facts.
Hey, because and mind your medication. If you're taking your blood pressure pills or if you're taking everything, this is a journey. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're monitoring your blood pressure.
Nice.
Make sure you're monitoring your health too.
Good info.
Just because you don't have 10 doesn't mean that you don't have high blood pressure anymore, or take away from the medications you're taking. Yeah. So make sure before you get up, whatever, you're monitoring your blood pressure if you have to, and you're taking the proper care for yourself and you're eating right. Make sure you got your electrolytes. Make sure you're eating. I want to say drinking a lot of water too. Water needs it. Don't try to mitigate it because it stops. Because if you're 20, you do 20-year-old stuff. Most people I've seen come through here, they're well past 20. So make sure you got your hydration going on. Don't think you can battle through like when you were 30. It'll show you that you're a different person.
Yeah, you've been in a world of trouble. And I'm glad you brought all that up, Flex. That is very, very important stuff. Sleep, medication, understanding your body. Yes. You can dehydrate in the wintertime just as quick as you can do it in the summertime. And at least I appreciate you for having the experience and the knowledge to know, say, hey, something ain't right here. I got to go ahead and slow it down. I have to stop. Yep. And I got to address this issue because if you don't, you can wake up in the bushes if you ain't careful.
You can. Absolutely. You can. I literally was soaking wet. Like when I literally took my hoodie off, it brought concern to him. And I respect him for thinking that I wasn't tripping. He actually took it serious, and I was like, hey, I got to stop. We got off. We walked in there. When I unzipped my top, it poured out like a sauna, which means like I was totally overheated. I literally probably had another, 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. I probably would have seen the wizard.
There it is.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I thought we would end up going to the hospital. I'm not gonna lie to you, but flushing water in him. The main thing was taking all that stuff he had on. He had a lot on. Don't get me wrong, those built suits that we have, they keep you pretty warm. And at that time we were, like I said, leaving El Paso, getting ready to head to Dallas, and it was a pretty warm morning. Even though it was chilly that night before, but it was pretty warm when we took off. And like literally we left the hotel, rode around to the McDonald's, and by the time he walked in and I saw him, he just didn't look right. So it was caution for alarm. So
yeah,
glad he was good though. Glad I caught it quickly.
Well, I'm happy we handled it, fellas. Just having enough having the experience and again, like you're saying, hey man, I don't feel right. Being a loving brother to say, nah, you're right. You don't even look right. Let's stop. Stop. Whatever glory we think we're going to get in the highway is not going to be worth the misery we're going to get in the emergency room. Yeah. And we are our brother's keeper.
Absolutely.
You are. Listen to each other. You just got to listen to each other. If he's having a bad day or she's having a bad day, listen to him. You got to.
Yeah. I totally agree. Well, fellas, it's been too much fun, man. I'd like to keep y'all all night, but I know y'all got to get to bed and go to sleep.
I know
y'all got to go sleep. And then later on, when we do talk, we're going to talk about something else.
Hey,
we're going to talk about how you feel now after you got that out your mind. But that's all secret.
You already,
yeah, you know we talk about Flexxx, right?
you already know.
Yeah, but it's all right, man. It's all right. Because know what? It's going to be a brand new day, man. Life is going to be good for you, brother. I see nothing but good in your future, man. I've prayed about it. The Lord has told me it's going to happen, man. So with that being said, let's do this, man. Rider 292 and 293, I-10 to the end.
You already know.
Hey, thank you, fellas, for caring enough to share your ride with us. And it's because of gentlemen like you, we're going to be better motorcycle riders, you dig? Any last words before we shut this thing down? Let y'all go to bed.
Hey, breathe up and
Speed up.
There it is. Right on, fellas. Much love. Thank you, sir. And we'll be talking to you guys soon. Salute.
Salute. Big Star.
So, man, there you have it. Riders number 292 and 293, man. My brother, Lord Jamar, and Flexxx, man, did their thing. Red Breed Savannah, man. Them guys ain't playing no games. They're just riding motorcycles. Hopefully you guys picked up a lot from what they talked about this evening, man. Some real stuff. The I-10 to the end. The coast-to-coast ride is a possible ride to make. But if you do it the right way, what these fellas left us with today was some jewels, man. Go back through the video if you didn't get a chance to catch it all and listen to everything that they had to say. They had some great jewels that they were passing to us to help us to mitigate risk on the highway. And something that they said that really, really rang to me was they said, Sarge, the possibility, basically was saying, I overheated or came close to overheating. Even in the wintertime, I had my heated suits and I had all the other different things on. And one thing that I forgot, that is still, I can still be hot. I can still dehydrate. I can still overheat. And these guys had the wherewithal to say, whoa, man, you don't look well. You're right, homie, you don't look well. Let's stop what we're doing right now. And let's go ahead and get ourselves hydrated. Let's get ourselves shot out. You know, let's go ahead and get ourselves taken care of and the whole nine. And oh, something else I forgot, man. The people you meet along the way. Man, I saw these guys tapping in and stopping in to Houston and to Phoenix and to other places. But then I saw my sister Soulfly Kai, Keish, man. I'm gonna tell you about Keish. Man, Keish is as bad as they get, man. I remember my first cross-country trip to LA, man, on ground. And Soulfly Kai was there to meet me at Santa Monica Pier. When we came in, it was me and Ron and Big Sale. We all came in, and she was there to escort us around LA and to make sure we were good to go. I saw her pick these fellas up. I don't know if they were at the mall or whatever, but they went out, they broke bread, man. She took care of these brothers, made sure they were straight, and then got them on the road, man. So shout out to Soulfly Guy. Oh, by the way, she's an I-10 to the end alumni. Her and the Big Roz, man, doing their thing. So shout out to those ladies, man. We appreciate you ladies for being there for our I-10 folks, because we're alumni, man. We're a family, and we take care of our own. So shout out to everybody who supported these fellas, who reached out and made reactions and comments while these fellas were going to ride, and motivating them and cheering them on to do great things. And, you know, it's no, you know, they're great motorcycle riders, but even the great motorcycle riders, man, every once in a while, just hey, man, we see you doing your thing. Keep pushing. We appreciate you. Man, it just gives you that little extra umph, man. So shout out to everybody who supported my brothers on the ride, for them doing their I-10 to the end. And oh, by the way, I've got some riders getting ready to come around the corner. I got some riders getting ready to push up in March. For my riders that are getting ready to roll in March, please go back through these videos, man. We got over 200 some videos, testimony of all these rides. Go back and make yourself familiar with them. Just go ahead and cross your T's, dot your I's, and make sure you're ready, because some of us hadn't rode a great distance, man, since the beginning of the new year. So It's one of these things, man. If you don't use it, sometimes you'll lose it. So go back, refresh yourself. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure your equipment is prepared. Make sure your motorcycle is prepared. Make sure you're checking your forks. Make sure you're checking your wheel bearings. Make sure you're checking all those things. It's not enough just to put it in the shop and let the mechanic look at it. You also should be looking at it. Every time you wash that bike, you should be turning screws to make sure those screws are tight, making sure everything is pulling and tugging on everything and making sure everything is in good shape. So I'm not going to be on long, man. We said we are going to make this show an hour, so daggone it, that's what we're going to do. Again, appreciate everybody for rocking with us today, man. If you'd be so kind, reach up and hit the like button, man. And if you haven't done so already, hit your notifications, man, so you'll know each and every time we go live with a show or we have a video that posts. And oh, by the way, share it with a friend, man. 2025 is going to be our year, man. It's going to be the year of Yonder. So in the meantime, in between time, man, y'all keep it motorcycling. You dig? Peace.
Hey, it's your boy Low Key. Y'all know I roll with Big Sarge and the Iron Elite, home of the Titan Award and the Ground Pounder Family Reunion. Each one teach one. You dig?
Hey now, it's your girl Piper, the 2025 Iron Elite Female Titan. And you're now tuned in to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast Show, home of the Ground Pounders Reunion and the Coast to Coast Run, the social experiment, where motorcycling is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You dig? Now like, share, subscribe, and follow for all things motorcycling. And I'll see you on the sled.
Sarge's Elite Podcast. I need y'all to like, subscribe, share, and tune in. Stay abreast of all the latest Elite news.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this your man Kodak, the most hated, coming to you live from the Iron Elite Podcast with my man, Big Sarge, where we always keep the motorcycle. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know what it is.
Hey y'all, it's Snacks reminding you to tune in to the Iron Elite Podcast. You dig?
This is the Mileage Bully, the Moto Mob CEO, and your 2024 Titan. You are now listening to Sarge on the Iron Elite Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're not listening to the Iron Elite Podcast, what are you really doing? Because we are talking motorcycles over here. You dig?
I was asked the other day, hey Sarge, why you never play any fast music on your podcast? It's simple. I bet it.